Peter Drucker Global Leadership. Peter Drucker, often regarded as the father of modern management theory, had significant influence on leadership practices around the globe. His ideas have shaped how leadership is approached in various cultures and industries. Drucker's principles of management and leadership emphasize effectiveness, innovation, and human-centered practices. Here are some key aspects of his global leadership influence. High effectiveness over efficiency. Peter Drucker's concept of prioritizing effectiveness over efficiency is a cornerstone of his philosophy on leadership and management. This idea fundamentally shifts the focus from simply performing tasks well, efficiency to ensuring that the right tasks are being performed. In the first place, effectiveness. Here's a deeper look into how this concept impacts leadership and organizational goals. 1. Understanding effectiveness was efficiency. Understanding the difference between effectiveness and efficiency is crucial for organizational leadership, as each focuses on distinct aspects of task and goal management. Here's a deeper exploration of these concepts. A. Efficiency, doing things right. Efficiency is primarily concerned with the process of how tasks are performed. It emphasizes speed, precision, and resource utilization, aiming to get the most output from the least amount of input. In a business context, efficiency might involve streamlining operations, reducing waste, or optimizing resource allocation to boost productivity. This is often measured through metrics like time spent, costs saved, and resources consumed. B. Effectiveness, doing the right things. Effectiveness, contrastingly, is about the appropriateness of the tasks or goals pursued in the context of the organization's strategic direction. It involves selecting activities that propel the organization towards its long-term goals. Being effective doesn't necessarily require tasks to be completed with high efficiency. For instance, a company might spend more resources on research and development to innovate new products, which may seem inefficient in the short term, but is effective in maintaining competitive advantage. Strategic focus. The key to balancing efficiency and effectiveness lies in strategic focus. Organizations need to not only be good at what they do, but also be good at doing what matters most. Leaders play a critical role in this by setting clear priorities. Leaders must define what is most important to the organization's success. This involves understanding market demands, organizational strengths, and strategic opportunities. Aligning tasks with goals. Every task or project should clearly align with the broader goals of the organization. This means that sometimes less efficient but strategically critical tasks might take precedence over more efficient routines. Evaluating outcomes beyond just looking at the input and output ratios. Assessing the impact of actions on strategic goals is crucial. This helps in understanding whether the right tasks are being pursued and achieving the desired outcomes. Practical examples. A tech company might choose to invest heavily In an innovative project that doesn't initially offer a clear path to efficiency, but is aligned with long-term market trends and company goals, a service provider may implement a more time-consuming, personalized customer service approach, which, while less efficient than automated systems, effectively builds customer loyalty and brand reputation. Conclusion: the distinction between effectiveness and efficiency is fundamental in organizational management. While efficiency focuses on how things are done, effectiveness is concerned with what should be done to meet strategic objectives. Leaders must foster an environment where both are balanced and aligned with the organization's mission and vision. This dual focus ensures that the organization not only operates smoothly, but also moves consistently towards achieving its long-term goals. 2. Impact on organizational leadership. Drucker's emphasis on effectiveness encourages leaders to critically evaluate the goals and activities of their organizations. Leaders must ask not just how well a job can be done, but whether it should be done at all. This perspective demands strategic thinking and decision-making that aligns with the long-term objectives of the organization. Goal alignment leaders must ensure that every action and decision contributes to the broader organizational objectives. This might mean stopping practices that are efficient, but do not add value to the organization's goals. Decision-making prioritizing effectiveness requires leaders to make decisions based on impact rather than on tradition or ease. This often involves making tough choices about resource allocation and prioritizing projects that yield the greatest benefit. Cultural shift: cultivating an organizational culture that values effectiveness over efficiency can lead to significant changes in how teams and individuals approach their work. It encourages a focus on outcomes rather than processes. 3. Practical applications. Implementing an effectiveness-first approach involves several practical steps. Strategic planning: regularly revisiting and revising strategic plans to ensure they are aligned with changing conditions and organizational priorities. Performance metrics: developing metrics based not only on output, but on how well the output aligns with strategic goals. Training and development: educating managers and employees on the importance of focusing on effective outcomes and providing them with the tools to evaluate and improve their work in terms of organizational impact. 4. Challenges and considerations. While prioritizing effectiveness over efficiency is a powerful approach, it comes with challenges. Resource allocation: it can be difficult to justify resource allocation to high-impact projects that may not have immediate efficiency gains. Short-term vis. Long-term organizations often face pressure to deliver short-term results, which can conflict with a focus on long-term effectiveness. Change management: shifting focus from efficiency to effectiveness requires substantial change management efforts, as it can disrupt established processes and expectations. Conclusion: Peter Drucker's emphasis on effectiveness has reshaped the way leaders approach management and decision making. By focusing on doing the right things, Rather than just doing things right, leaders can ensure that their organizations are not only efficient, but also truly aligned with their core missions and capable of achieving their long-term goals. This shift is essential for sustained success in a complex and rapidly changing business environment. II. Decentralization and autonomy. Peter Drucker's advocacy for decentralized organizational structures and autonomy forms a significant part of his management philosophy. This approach emphasizes the importance of empowering individuals within an organization to make decisions and take action independently. Here's a detailed look at how decentralization and autonomy influence leadership and organizational effectiveness. 1. Decentralization distributing authority. Decentralization refers to the distribution of decision-making power and authority from a central executive board to lower levels in the organizational hierarchy. Drucker believed that decentralization helps organizations become more agile and responsive to changes and challenges. By spreading authority, organizations can tap into the local knowledge and expertise of employees who are closer to specific issues or markets. 2. Autonomy empowering employees. Autonomy is closely linked to decentralization, but focuses more on the individual freedom of employees to make decisions and act on them without constant oversight. Autonomy can enhance motivation and job satisfaction as employees feel trusted and valued. It also encourages creativity and innovation, as individuals are allowed to explore and implement new ideas without excessive bureaucratic hurdles. 3. Benefits of decentralization and autonomy. A. Increased responsiveness. In decentralized organizations, decisions can be made quickly at the local level, allowing the organization to respond more rapidly to market changes or customer needs. This is especially important in global organizations, where different regions may face unique challenges and opportunities. B. Enhanced innovation by granting autonomy to employees. Organizations encourage a culture of innovation. Employees who feel they have the freedom to experiment are more likely to pursue new ideas and improvements. Employee satisfaction and retention. Autonomy contributes to job satisfaction, as employees appreciate the trust placed in them and the opportunity to control their work. This can lead to higher levels of employee retention and lower turnover rates. C. Development of leadership skills. Decentralization helps develop potential leaders by giving them the opportunity to exercise judgment and make decisions. This is crucial for long-term organizational success, as it builds a strong leadership pipeline.
I wouldn't say happy people, but satisfied, contented people I knew were all people who lived in more than one world. those single-minded people, you meet them most in politics. In the end, they're very unhappy people. There isn't that much room at the top. There's very little room at the top. Skills one can acquire, values no. And the people I've seen who are really unhappy are in a position where the values of the organization don't fit them. And the effective executive of tomorrow will have to know how to make knowledge work effective, productive. He will also have to know how to organize his information. In the past, we always had a desperate shortage of information. Now we have an incredible overload of data. And the executive of tomorrow will have to learn how to transform data into information, which very few know. The shift from managing manual workers, which we have largely computerized, to knowledge workers, which we are doing very poorly, and the productivity of knowledge work is still incredibly low, and it hasn't changed. Manual work the great American contribution to the world economy was Frederick Winslow Taylor's Looking at Work. Nobody before 1880 had ever looked at work, including Karl Marx. Everybody took work for granted. And Frederick Winslow Taylor looked at work and saw that it was all wrong. And that is the great revolution. And within less than 100 years, 60 years, the productivity of manual work went up about 50 times, 60 times probably.